Hello everyone, I just wanted to do a sort of follow-up video on one of my previous videos, specifically this one where I showed clips of people rage quitting, and if you haven't seen it yet, you should go check that out. There were some really good timed ones that if you have had people rage quit while fighting you, you definitely enjoy them. I got a few comments that I just wanted to talk about as they kind of related to me, and I have some experience that I'd like to share on the more casual side of fighters that doesn't really get acknowledged enough. First one here says, DBFZ players are special. They are the type to play a game mode that specifically says casual, clearly telling them to not take these matches seriously. But nah, they're gonna rage quit when the only thing they would lose is some square color that they can get back after anyways, lol. As much as I hate to say it, as it technically is friendly fire, it definitely is true. All of the clips from this video were taken from casual matches, where you can even see some Twitch streamers rage quitting. It's special for sure. I know people hate losing, but exiting the game is not helping you improve or lessening the shame you feel when you lose. At least, when you're exposed for other people to see. I'm not trying to use my platform to expose people before some get that twisted. I show these clips in a comedic sense, just so people can laugh at people like this, doing hilariously timed disconnects when things go wrong for them. Regarding square color, I imagine that more people would care about it when they rage quit, and I can see why. For those that don't know or just want a refresher, your square colors represent your skill level, or at least the game tries to tell you. Light blue basically means that you're
Barbecue chicken alert! Barbecue chicken alert!
you suck, and I hate to tell you that. Blue means you're still worse than the average player by a good margin, but you have some sort of an idea how to play, and you can win once in a while. Dark green means you're just below the average player. You're sort of figuring it out, but you haven't really put together a good string of wins to prove it. Green basically means you're mid. You're not too good, not too bad. You have a good idea of what you're doing, and you can win here and there. Yellow means you're decent. You understand how to win, and you can do it to a better extent than the average player. You're most likely understanding how the game works at this point, and you're getting better. Orange means you're good. You have a firm understanding of the game's mechanics as well as your characters, unless you've been carried by top tiers, and you can use them to win a lot of games. You're probably losing to the higher ranks at this point, and that's preventing you from getting to the top. Whether it be fighting the meta, or you've just hit a wall and are trying to improve. You're still great. Don't worry. Pink means you're the cream of the crop. Pause. You're great at the game, great at your characters, and can stand out from a majority of the player base. You can adapt to most situations and can win against most people that stand in your way. At the very least, anyone that has a different square color than you. Congratulations if you're pink. Unless you're like the people in the video that are rage quitting to keep the tag, in which case, go fuck yourself. With that being said, protecting these ranks by rage quitting only shows that you give a shit what people think of you, and you're just insecure of how good you actually are at the game. Whether you stumbled into pink and can't win against other tags, or are getting whooped by the other people rising up the ranks to achieve pink themselves. I understand the feeling. I've taken consecutive losses and honestly felt like giving up midway. I even fought fucking Hook Gang God in casual matches and got my ass kicked like 7 times out of 8. The one time I did win was a comeback though, I will say. But the main thing is to just stick with it until the end. And who knows, maybe you can pull off a comeback. Like me. But specifically in casual matches, rage quitting in most circumstances is just corny, and it's disrespectful to your opponent, who might just be looking to have fun and doesn't get to fully enjoy winning a pretty much no stakes match. Your tag doesn't give you any benefits other than just being there to stroke your ego. The next comment says, I want to play the game, but I lose every match and I literally cannot get better. I'm stuck at my current skill level, but I never rage quit like these people after I get destroyed. Yeah, I just talked about it. He's probably an orange tag, but yeah. I wish I had the professional experience to give you reliable advice, but as I've been saying, I'm just a casual player myself, so I don't have any notable advice that shouldn't be taken with a grain of salt. In my experience, I always focus first on the game mechanics, which, aside from Videl and Roshi, I believe, you can apply most knowledge to every single character you play. And understanding how parts of the game work, like Super Dash and it being 0 on block, being able to react to it and 2H, your defensive mechanics like Reflect and Guard Cancel and all the teching options should all come first. Because if you understand that well and know how to mix up those options, as well as your character specific options like DPs and Royal Level 3s, which usually has frame 1 invincibility, and counters, it'll help you in the long run. It's way too much to cover in one video, so if you want me to explain more of this, you could just leave a comment or find a guide somewhere on YouTube. Those also help a lot, and it gives you a new perspective to look at the game, which could help you improve as well. If you didn't take anything away from this, just remember that playing the game and getting experience will ultimately help you get better, regardless of what level you're at. The next comment says, rage quit is the bane of DBFZ's online. Like bro, if you can't take a loss or not having fun, just don't launch the game. I agree. This is what keeps me away from playing ranked on this game as well. Because if people are rage quitting in casual matches, why should I feel like I need to play ranked when there's more to lose and the punishment system isn't good enough? It's not like other games where if the opponent disconnects it automatically gives you the win, which I always believe it should be. And if you honestly disconnect, that's your fault. You shouldn't be playing something like ranked with faulty internet connection for your sake and your opponent's. And if you can't handle losing, you shouldn't be playing online to begin with. It's just not good for your own health at the end of the day. You just end up trapping yourself in a loop of frustration where you hate the game and it builds up until you eventually drop it, when you could have been having more fun with it if you had just accepted your losses honestly. There are going to be people better than you in anything that you do. That's why you face your opponents head on and grow as a player. You can relate that to Dragon Ball as well, in the sense that Goku fights others to get stronger himself. Just a thought. I ain't trying to be cheesy though. The last comment here says, you sound like Cloud 805. What? Bro, no I don't.